Now, I know what you're thinking. This doesn't look like a Battlefield 4 map. Well, you're correct. It is, in fact, time for Napoleonic Wars. And this lovely desert map with less bumps in it than porridge is, of course, the chosen battlefield. And here are the mighty Russians. And this is the 33rd Sunday Line Battle, all with a little bit of dissension in the ranks. And this, of course, is the 15th Hussars with Captain Archer. And, oh look, loads of Russians. It's the Russian Zerg. So you can see these guys making their way out from spawn. Now, let's tell you about the teams. On the Empire of the French, we have the 33rd. We have Zupan, the 6th. And, yeah, that's about it. Now, on the Russian side, we have the 15th Hussars, the TVS, the 78th, the NR24, and I think that's about it. So, as you can see, the bullet-related punch-up has started already. So, let's see. Well, quite. So, here we have... There is Hecko, leading the NR24. Hauptmann Hecko, no less. So, yeah, they're all being mean to me, because they're all evil. They're saying they want to kick spectators, so they're all saying goodbye to me, which is actually... That's actually happened once before. I got kicked by mistake from a server. Oh, look at that. Glorious fusillade coming in from the 15th. Another fusillade coming in any second from TVS. Look at these gentlemen. Oh, look at that. Fantastic. As I blow your ears out with excessive volume. So, here is the 17th. Lieutenant Mr. Tiki. So you can see their lovely little line here. And as you can see, all these guys... Miku, Fizboberg, and there's Rexar, and you can see Pizar taking down a member of the 78th already. Now, their opposing numbers, their opposing forces, I suppose you could say, are way the balls over here. So, fortunately, because we're on a desert map, they can actually be seen relatively easily. I'm hearing drumming and fluting. We approve. Ah, there's conspicuous drumming occurring on the line. Who is that? It's Vukan SRB. And a horn as well, a little bit of hornage from Mix Mash from the 33rd, so... Look. There's Zupan, Captain Carl, and Major General Lowlander from the 33rd. And a flag. I love these guys. Such a bunch of muppets sometimes. Anyway, of course, Major Stefan leading his 33rd Regiment forward. And the 6th, as you can see, there's Ufswallow from the 6th. And Commanding Officer Dasbro. So you can see a guy poking himself on the end here. Muffin Malt, Hauptmann Muffin Malt. And you can see these guys making their way forward. So, looks like there's a little bit of a... That's impressive fluting there. So here is the Zupan making their way out. And here's Major General Lowlander, who looks utterly, utterly lost. And you can see here it's all kicked off in the middle. Look at this. French and Russians got into a massive punch-up. Here comes the Zerg, ladies and gentlemen. The Zergski, I suppose you could call it, as it's all the Russians. So in they come for a little bit of bayonet dozy-do and stabby goodness. And you can see them making their way in now. And you can... Oh my god, look at that kill feed. It's insane. As poor old Kling gets killed or kills one of his teammates. Oh my god, the kill feed. The kill feed is insane. And now you can see... Jesus Christ, look at this. This is utterly nutty. There's Mix Mash in with his horn. Currently trying to stay out of trouble. And there we go. Legend takes down Robin Hood from his own team. So, never mind. A little bit of a recruit technical problem. These things do tend to happen. Oh dear, look at that. Poor old Muffin Malt gets finished off from the 6th. And they're going in for that flag. Let's see, who's this person over here? It's Invitation Elling working together with Swite. And there's Travis. Oh, nice stab into Peanut Donkey. Oh, the donkey is no more. And now you can see Travis trying to deal with one of the Frenchmen. That's Malady. Now he's in there. Fusilier Malady. Oh dear. Looks like they're going to change a few numbers just to balance things up. And there goes Major General Lowlander. Recruit Bloody from the 78th just shot one of the officers. And it looks like... Oh, look at this. Oh, nice. Stab by Mixmash into Isildura. Oh, a stab from behind. Look at that. Mixmash in there now. Obviously, because he's in as the green, because he is the fifer of choice, he's got to be careful. So you can see, there we go, more Russians. And there's another Frenchman here from the 33rd. There's Zaib. And over on the side here, we have Alex Knorr, of course, defending himself. Oh, and down goes Mixmash. Unfortunately, over the other side is probably lots more people. So Zaib has taken down the enemy. Look at this. This is a fantastic fight going on between Alex Knorr. Who's this guy defending himself? Let's see who it is. Oh, that was Gesher. Gesher 17 with a fantastic... Oh, and Alex Knorr shot by Grenadier Midnight from the NR-24. Poor Alex. They Music Man aimed. Yes, they did indeed. Aiming for musicians should be against the law. Here's Captain Adams with a nice turning stab there. Oh, he's about to get beaten badly, and a couple of saber slices. And the Russians have won the first round, and we move on to round number 2. So, the Russian Zerg was successful. Zergy Zerg and all that. So, let's see how the French forces do on round number 2. Now, where the bloody hell are they? So, let's wander over here. Aha! Ladies and gentlemen, the French armies. And you can see here, Mr. Stefan leading out the line of the 33rd, complete with drummer Lennox. Fantastic. Good for the drummers. And over on the other side, you have, of course, the 6th. There's Dasborough. And, of course, Colonel Bob the Malog. And that's probably Ensign... Oh, no, he's Colour Soldat. Colour Sergeant, maybe? He's not an ensign anymore? I don't know. I'm not 100% certain. There, of course, is Muffin Malt. And he's just been cut up by a load of the 33rd. So, over here, we have Mr. Tiki. And also the great Zupan Uros, SRB. Followed by Captain Carl and other members. Is that... It is Major General Lowlander, lost again. Oh, dear. He's obviously not in charge of organising the troops, as he seems to be in a world of his own, poor Lowlander. And as now you can see... The hell's going on here? Oh dear. Nice shot by there, King Borland. Taking down Tyrael. Good shot indeed. So, I don't know what Bob's doing, but I think his equivalent of Napoleonic War GPS is a little bit wonky today, as he managed to cut some people up. So, as you can see, these guys here, the 6th losing one of their numbers. Oh, nice kill from Emo Rocker into Melton from the 33rd. And now you've got these fine fellows over here. Zupans making their way out. And there, of course, is Major General Lowlander. Standing by as Stefan checks with his spyglass to get an idea, to make sure that these guys are getting the right sort of range. Now, over here, obviously, is another section. And led by Robin Hood. So you can see Robin Hood there, commanding of this line. With their fine bonnets. And the drummer at the back, he's, of course, Mr. Mixmash. With conspicuous drumming occurring there, ladies and gentlemen, which we always love to see. Very silent drumming. Okay. Must be some kind of new ninja drumming that I'm not familiar with. So let's fly over. Aha! The battle is being smiled upon by the mighty two-dimensional bird. Core, etc. So, as you can see, the lines sorting themselves out. Oh no, Emo Rocker taken down. Oh dear. And Private Piffle with a fantastic name. I do love the Piffle. And you can see now the French forces sorting themselves out. You can see two main lines focusing back against the Russians. So you've got two smaller lines from the Russians over here on the left side. Oh dear. They want to kick me out of spec because one of their LCOs can't get in. So, oh dear. So, let you see. You can see here the Russian forces firing back. And you can see two very large lines of Russians. And there we go. Looks like the 33rd have managed to get a good range onto the enemy. Now you can also see over on the right hand side, you can see now an outflanking maneuver by Zupan. Now look at this. Now this is smart move. See, look at this. Vlad at the back, keeping the colours low, so the Russians don't know that they're moving in on that position. Now who was that who decided to go to the back of the line? That's Henk. He was literally right by the front of the line, and then decided to move and go to the back of the line. So let's see. Here we go. The outflanking manoeuvre. The Zupan moving up onto the top. You can see them firing as the 33rd move in. As conspicuous drumming will be occurring at any minute. There we go. Drumming being done. And you can see the 33rd taking down members of the NR-24. So the 33rd continue to fire back. And there obviously is Major General Lowlander. Completely out of position as per usual. Bless him. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at this. Oh, poor Euros, the commanding officer of Zupan, has been taken down, as now it becomes a melee battle. Who's this? There's Svensson. Oh, Svensson taking down Captain Carl. Nasty, nasty stab. And you can see here, more fire going on. Nice turn of stab by Svensson, as you can see, going after one of the other Frenchmen. Another kill by Svensson, and down goes Major Stefan, shot by Recruit Bloody, the same man who shot one of the officers previously. So Mr. Bloody is currently on 2 for 2 right now. So yeah, as you can see now, the French forces have moved in to support their teammates. As you can see, the likes of the 17th as well moving in as well. And now it's literally, you can see here, it's all turning into a bloody mess over on one side of the battlefield. And if we fly over to the other side, you can see there's another bloody mess going on over here. So let's see how things are going over here. So you can see, let's see if we've got an idea of who's got the benefit of numbers. I think it's fair to say the French have it on this section here. You can see gentlemen like this man, George Smollett, of course, from the 78th, fighting for survival. And looks like lots going on. As you can see him, George Smollett fighting for his life. Oh, nice turning stab into Recruit Good Sir. Sir Good Sir. Smollett in trouble and stabbed in the back by Recruit Dutch from the 33rd. Dishonourable combat. But the French have actually succeeded. And Pony Pony decides to commit suicide to celebrate. We're on to the next round, boys and girls. We'll be right back. Well, exactly. So we're back at the Russian spawn. As the NR-24, whoops-a-daisy, Dasbrot decides to deal with a little bit of mutiny in the ranks there. Or Dasbrot, I don't know. So there's Captain Archer with his spyglass. And now you can see a fine line of troopers from the 78th moving out Tyrion commanding, who seems to have had a haircut but not a shave. Oh dear, I think the Zupan are having some technical problems. So look at these fine members of the 78th. They look like a bunch of gingers, actually. Look at all those ginger beards in there. Good God. Because that's what you need for a war in the desert. More ginger people. Because they handle the sun so well. Don't blame me, that's a Frankie Boyd joke. Anyway. Captain Archer. These guys do love their beards, don't they? Look at that. Gamelfar. That's less of a beard, more of a thing. Oh God, I don't even know what that is. So, I'm guessing this will be... Let's have a look. There's the TVS on one side. And the NR-24 on the other. Now obviously these guys using the brow of the hill just to protect themselves. And over on their right hand flank... Oh dear. Grozny killing Captain Carl. Over on the right flank, holding onto the flag for the 78th is Ace. And there, of course, the mighty George Smollett, leader of the 78th. Currently leading his troops away from that firing position and moving closer in to the other Russian forces. Now, who's this guy who seems to be all on his own? Oh, here we go. Moves in behind. And that was Invitational Elling, who seems to have got split up from the pack. So you can now see Captain Archer moving. And obviously this will be the connections of TVS and the NR-24. Continue to fire back at the French forces now. If we go up and see how the French forces are spread around... Let's see, they've left their flags behind. So you can see French forces moving over on the right-hand flank, but you've got 3 lines of Russians defending it. You can see now a far-reaching... looks like all the Russians are actually clumped into one section at the moment. So this could be an unfortunate situation if the French manage to outflank them. But you can see now a section of the... Oh, Granty Poo taken down with a nice headshot from Daspero. So now you can see the Russian forces have actually spied these outflanking Frenchmen and are now moving to intercept. So there's Major Stefan, and you can see the other Russians here moving to intercept. They might go for that smaller line, which I think is the 17th. There's Hauptmann Echo, or Hecko I should say. Oh, Glopaxi from the NR-24 taken out. Oh, these guys are going to be very careful. They're going to take some damage, and the charge has been given. Here we go, it looks like they're going in. And they're up against the 33rd. Pretty good when it comes to melee. A little bit of firing going on. As Modi gets taken down, Bamsi also being taken down, King fallen. Down goes Emo Rocker and Pezar. And now the stabby goodness. And Invitational Matty takes down one of his teammates. Fantastic stuff. So you can see here plenty of mass murder and genocide going on, which is always something you like to see on a Sunday evening. So, let's see what's going on. As you can see, the stabby goodness is continuing. Let's see who... I think that might be Mr. Malog. No, it's Lieutenant Mr. Tiki. No, stabbed in the back by a nice move from Grenadier Midnight. And, of course, it is the attack Malog himself, the Psycho. Oh, look at that. Mr. Malog with a nice couple of stabs. Look at that. Another kill there by Mr. Malog. And then gets shot in the face. Sorry, Bob, it's not funny. It's not funny at all, and I'm not laughing. Okay, so there's Lance Corporal Baron trying to defend himself from pretty much most of the Russian army. So is he going to stand and fight? Yeah, it looks like he's coming back to try and go up. No, he's changed his mind. It's Major General Lowlander gets stabbed. A mixed map. Oh, there we go. There we go. He doesn't have to make a decision. The decision has been made for him. And now we can see... Let's have a look at numbers. 41 versus 49. So, still all to play for. Here is the TVS moving up. And it looks like you've got other members here behind them. And the TVS are running away from the likes of the 6th. Yes, don't shoot at your own friends. So, now you can see these guys here And it looks like the TVS and the 6th are going to have a little bit of a nice stab, sir. Oh, but poor old Hutch taken down with a stab to the chest. And look at this, in come the TVS. They're taking down multiple members. Muffin Malt gets finished off. And over here, this guy is really having a tough time, 3 versus 1. But now you can see the likes of Daspero moving in against one of these Russians. Who is this? It's SLD Os. Os is trying to defend himself, but unfortunately did not block in the right direction. This is going to be a bad day for the office. Oh, Soldat missed. Oh, double stab. Beautiful turn and stab. Oh, he's going to get stabbed from all directions and is finished off. But a nice couple of kills on the board there as far as he was concerned. So let's see who this man is. Let's not, as that was Elite Tonus finally taken down. And now in come yet more French people. There's Captain Kovman, or Corporal Kovman. There's Rip Van Hal in there as well. As the stabby goodness continues, as Daspero gets taken down. Unfortunately, Chaos manages to avenge his leader's demise. Recruit Bloody. This is the man who repeatedly shoots commanding officers. So the fact that he's still alive is something. Now, is he going to actually stab on the commanding officers? Oh, turns, blocked, and stabbed in the back by Major Stefan, who got killed by him in the first round. So I think that's calm as a bitch. Okay, this is going to be interesting. So let's follow Mr. Stefan and friends as they take on the Russian army. Let's see, 10 versus 4, and there's 3 here. So down goes Corporal Dasher. Now down to 4. Comes out with a kick. Everyone's after Mr. Stefan. Goes in for a quick turning stab. Oh, he unfortunately misses. Oh, 1 kill. Travis Forrest. Oh, Mr. Stefan going clutch if he can. And he gets a 3rd and a 4th. Oh, Mr. Stefan. And a 5th. Oh, we look at this go. Oh, and poked in the back by Sasha Gray. What a play by Mr. Stefan. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic. Always a pleasure to see. So, Adjutant Gurkha. Poor old Arthos didn't duck at the right moment. And now Adjutant Gurkha is the last man left standing. It's 1 versus 4. Can he do it? Oh, let's see how he's going on. He's fighting against 3 Russians. It could get messy. A quick turn stab, but unfortunately unsuccessful. Oh, a quick slice on his body. Adjutant Gurkha's in trouble. As you can see, look at this. There's stabby goings on. So Adjutant Gurkha doing his best to try and defend himself against these Russians. You can see one in there with a saber. And look at this is... Oh, and a stab. Sasha Gray with the final smap, or final stab. And we're on to a map change, boys and girls. Well, after a map change and a quick cough, you'll notice that these wonderful people in the Napoleonic War community are utterly against hills. They are hillist in every possible way. As you can see, they don't really like playing with a lot of hills. Now, obviously, I rejected this map when asked about it because I felt that there were too many hills. Too many rocks, too much grass, too much bushes, too much trees, and definitely way too much sky and even a bit too much sun. So, unfortunately, my vote was not taken seriously. So, it's good to see that these principles for which they are fighting, obviously, democracy and all that funky stuff, perhaps not in the case of the French, but we shall wait and see. Captain Archer. And Lieutenant Anders from the 15th. And now, let's see. George Smollett. And Invitational Elling. Oh my god, look at that face. And that nose. Wow. So. Oh. No, Potato Luftwaffe has died in the service of his country. Ouch. And that's a very painful landing position for Mr. Potato. Or I should say Mr. Luftwaffe. And over here, Anjaniti taken out with a nice headshot from the 6th Rolo. So let's see. Oh, who's this fine fellow? It's Captain Jammy from the 17th. And over on the other side, over on the flank of the Russians, we have, of course, TVS. So, now over on the far left-hand flank, we have some Russians who are up to something. And it is, of course, the NR-24. So if you fly over the top of these guys, must admit, it's... Oh god, they're being led by Oberleutnant Svensson. And I've got to say, this is scary. It's difficult to hide behind a hill when you've got these flipping periscopes sticking up off the top of your helmet. You would have thought that if you want to hide behind a hill, you could do a better design, maybe? I don't know. But we shall wait and see. As you can see, these guys are now firing across this depression here, this undulating hills, at these large amounts of Frenchmen who are now running across their path. And it is, of course, the 33rd, with Brim at the rear. Indeed. And Drummer Lennox, of course, and Mr. Stefan, admin and event organiser. And obviously went clutch with a little bit of melee in the last few rounds, which was always a pleasant surprise to see. Normally you expect him to die within the first 3 minutes. But, you know, the fact that he hasn't is actually a bit of a turn up for the books. So, somebody's out in front. There's Adjutant Gurkha, who's obviously the scout. And there's Soldat Henk. As more, and there we go. That must be Major General Lowlander bringing up the rear. Yes, of course it is. Oh no, Piffle's gone down again. Poor Piffle. Oh, the Piffle gets no love. So, Piffle is no more. And Recruit Bloody taken down by Zupan. So there will be no Officer Keen killing for him or killing for him. Oh, here we go. A little bit of firing going on as the NR-24 and the 33rd are getting into a punch-up as the Squirrel Master has been taken down. I think he got shot in the nuts. Very nasty going on. Look at that. The NR-24 taking down multiple members of the 33rd. Very nasty stuff indeed. And you can see Mr. Stefan taken down by the nutty pig. The insane oinker himself has done the damage. The hell is Hutka doing? You can't stab the sun, mate. It's just not going to happen. See? Told you. Happens every time. So. And as you can see, there's a little bit of slice and dice going on there. With Svensson, making sure not to chop the hair off. Oh, nice stab into Cyborg. Who's that? That's Robin Hood trying to defend himself against a saber slicing. Books of War takes down Bono Killer. There is Bono. And the 15th Hussars. Where is he going? Devdog, get back there. Don't run out of line, damn it. Now where's he going? Where are you going, Devdog? Devdog's lost. Follow Devdog. Devdog needs potty training or housebreaking, I think. Drummer Lennox, no! Drummer Lennox has been taken down. The nutty pig taking down Henk as well. So you can see more fire coming in. There's the 17th taking some fire. Mixed Mash goes down. Here is the 33rd. There, of course, is Ripsy holding on to the colours. The Imperial Eagle. Oh dear. Svensson has been finished off. Here's Maru. There's Mikasa and Melton. Over here is, of course, the Stefan murderer himself, the insane oinker. Oh, there we go. A nice kill into Ripsy from Mr. Pig. As you can see, another man who's had a haircut but not a beard trim. Oh! Zaid being finished off. So Mr. Pig is currently doing quite well today. Look at that. 6-0. Something going on there. So it looks like... Oh dear. This is not looking good for Mr. Lowlander. Against 3 Russians, including the Oinker. Oh, but he then gets finished off by Mulgander. And here, of course, is Mr. George Smollett. I'm pretty sure George Smollett was the name, one of the names in a film that Kermit took. I'm pretty sure it was. Rings a bell. Anyway, so now you can see the line being led out by Colonel Tyrion, another man who's had a haircut but no beard trim, and Jean. Oh my goodness, Jean Deville, Private Forrest, Vambu, Noob Cake, yay, Reznov, Zatri, Arthos, Sport Grey, Repco, Charles Horney, Invitational Elling, Death 9, Fabian the Freak, Tomness, Tomness again, Severus, Severus again, Recruit Tom, Dong, Mr. Dr. Dong Bong, Recruit Rado, Heyman, and Invitational William Jones at the rear. Now, there of course is Mr. Smollett. And here is what remains of the TBS line, as you can see. These guys holding themselves up well. As you can see, now being led into battle by Reagan. So let's see what's going on. And find out where the rest of the punch-up remains. As here is what's left of the French forces. No shooting in... okay, reloading in the charge. Okay. So, out come Skargog from the 6th. Great Zupan and friends. Currently dealing with it. So look at that. Nutty Pig with 8 and 1. That's fantastic. And now you have this section over here. Don't look over there. Pay attention. I know he's worried about these guys just in case they get jumped by the French. And a nice kill into the 6th. Poor old Rollo gets taken down. And now the French are charging into the Russians. And this is where the mass punch-up begins. As the French moving in as well. As poor old Recruit Noob Cake gets taken out. And there's Soldat Wolfhowl. And more stabby goodness occurring. 5 versus 23. It's a good chance that the Russians are going to win this one again. Down goes Tyrion from the 6th, as you can see. Oh my goodness. Oh good God. Poor old KPP did not stand a chance. Let's move on for the next round, ladies and gentlemen. To the sound of furious drumming, we are, of course, in the French spawn. Our double drummers. So Zupan doubling it up with drummers. Well, quite. Who's this fella waiting? Roan. Waiting calmly for the off. So, up ahead of the French forces is, of course, their enemy, the Russians. And you can see these guys. Let me guess. It's Lowlander. Completely lost as usual. So, in come the Russians. Vilhay, Captain Archer, and up on the hill, it is Svensson from the NR 24 Grenadiers, complete with fluteman or fifer in tow. Look at all these fine fellows with Carolus Rex. I'm not sure if that's Grenadier Fanar holding on at the rear. Now, what's going on here? Invitational Elling is AFK. Oh my goodness. I wasn't sure they were teeth or moustache, but anyway. So, you can see there the 33rd already having a punch-up with the 78th. Holy crap, look at that. Excuse me as I cough. There's a 33rd doing a number on the 78th. Holy crap. No, not Piffle again. Oh, poor Piffle. Oh, I feel so bad for Piffle. As you can see, the punch-up going on as the 33rd are pretty much jumping the 78th. George Smollett being finished off, as you can see. And the 78th did not do very well out of that deal, as you've got a combination of Zupan and the 33rd. Now, who's this poor sod over here? Well, that was Nigrams. There's Arthos. It doesn't know his Arthos from his elbow. And Recruit Potato Luftwaffe. Oh, he turns to fight. He's got the look of death in his eyes. Well, quite. Now, he's running towards loads of French people. Is Luftwaffe going for an assassination attempt? Is he going to be headed off at the pass? Let's see. Luftwaffe running in. And he's been seen. He's been seen. Don't you dare. Oh, Luftwaffe looking for an opportunity. But he's been intercepted. Luftwaffe has been intercepted. And he's fighting now. He's been stabbed. And Luftwaffe is taken down by Adjutant Gurkha. He was going in for the stab on Major Stefan. But unfortunately, Potato Luftwaffe was unsuccessful. As a 33rd, and down goes Nutty Pig from the NR24. Poor Mr. Pig. Also Carolus Rex. So here you can see the damage done to the NR24. They lost 4 people. Not too bad, they've still got plenty more. But you can see them breaking as, look at that. Svensson killed almost immediately. However, the 15th are now firing at the enemy, the Zupan, taking down the multiple members of the French forces as the French reinforcements from the 33rd come charging in behind. However, there's more going on over here. Over on the right hand side. So there's Major Stefan with a line of the 33rd. Are there Russians? Yes, there are Russians nearby. And these fellows from the 6th now moving up as reinforcements. So let's see. Who's fluting in the middle of a melee battle? Jackie Joe from the 33rd. That's some brave fluting going on. Oh, he had to run for a second. He had to stop his fluting. He had to stop his fluting because somebody looked at him with a bayonet. And he shoots somebody. Very nice indeed. So, there we go. He's poor old Soldat Joan. So now, Jackie Joe lines up with his troops. And he's ready to move out. Now. What's going on over here? Mix Mash finished off. There's Henk. How the hell did he survive? How is that even possible? Aha! There we go. Grenadier Meister was AFK. And now, we move on to the last round. So. The final round. All quiet on the battle field, except for obviously fifing. So let's move forward. And as you can see, we are watching the French move out of spawn. The 33rd. And of course there's Mr. Emo Rocker, who I have to say his hair is not very emo, needs to change that immediately. Needs to be black, very long and getting in the way of his eyes. There of course is Mr. Malog, taking a little bit of fire, don't know where that came from. French who are firing from their spawn. Aha. It's the Russians. Moving out of their spawn in what looks to be 4 lines in total. No, 5 lines. The NR-24. Look at this, isn't this beautiful? Oh, Fusillade! Fantastic. What the hell was that? Mem 95. Supposed to fusillade all together. Look, do you see how far your bullet went? This is where your bullet hit. Here. They're over there. Oh. And look, you got even closer now. The hell are you doing, Mem? Oh dear. Mem. Mem. Never mind. Oh dear. One member of the 17th has been finished off. There's Lieutenant Mr. Tiki. Unfortunately, Captain Jammy is picking up his gun and doing no use of it. As more fusillades coming in. And down here, hiding their numbers behind the hill, is the 15th Hussars. There's Lieutenant Sharko. And this fine lot, it is of course the men and soldiers of the 78th. Don't they look wonderful? Their flag behind... Okay, maybe he doesn't look so wonderful. Sorry, Dr. Dongbong. Oh. Well, quite, get on with it. And that fire must have been come over from the likes of this force over here. It is, of course, the 33rd. Fluting. Fluting. There's fluting and drumming going on. Drummer Lennox. I've got to say, I've got to be very impressed by his ability to flute while running. Oh, God. It's a punch-up. See, this is what riots look like generally. Although there's a lot less bayonets and a lot more sort of... Yeah. Oh my goodness, look at this. This is just fantastic. What I love about these line battles. Oh, look at that. The 78th and the NR-24 doing a number on the 33rd. 54-77. Oh my goodness, look at all this. As Killer manages to kill a teammate. Living up to his name. As you can see, plenty... Oh no, the Nutty Pig. The Nutty Pig has been taken down by Sex Wally. He's not called Sex Whale. He's called Tokyo Sex Whale. Or Sex Wally. Oh dear. A couple of Frenchmen, drive-by stabbings. Who are these guys? Redzo and Kovman. Wisely deciding to cheese it in the opposite direction. Now, is Redzo going to try and turn and fight to protect his officer, or to protect his enemy? Oh. There we go. Looks like they have decided to turn and fight. Look at that. Nice turning stab as Redzo gets finished off. Complete with an enemy teabag from Jackie Joey. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. And the final French member. And Bamsey then also. Bamsey being killed by poor old Archer. So Archer doing a good job and team killing one of his team. So fantastic play there. Now you can see the 17th. Now, over here, the 15th, the 78th. Is this the TBS? No, it's the NR-24. There's Invitational Elling. That's fine, fellows. There you go, the 15th, doing their calisthenics. And haha, a lone Russian holding the Imperial Eagle. From TBS, of course, there's Prototype. And Nutty Pig asking if anyone's got the new Pokemon. Oh, for God's sake. So, who was that random shooting? It's Lowlander as the 6TE take a load of fire, and Lowlander, the trials and tribulations of Mr. Lowlander Out here on the right, he's about to try and get his eagle back. Oh, he dodges out of the way. Oh, poor Lowlander. So you can see here, more fire coming in as the 6TE trying to engage the 15th Hussars, the NR-24, and the Russians win the round. And that, ladies and gentlemen, has been your line battle for this evening. I hope you've enjoyed. Thank you to all the regiments that turned up, and thank you obviously to the 33rd for organising and adminning the event. As you can see, the mass team killing then begins, which is a normal staple of these Napoleonic war battles. In the post-battle relaxation, they all go and stab their commander, as you can see. Anyway, my thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Oh dear. Ugh. And we shall see you again. Oh God, there's a sailor. Oh my goodness, what is this? Oh. Watch out for a girl in a bikini. Always dangerous. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.